Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever episode of Forever Backlogged. I am Anthony Twan. You can call me whatever, and I am joined by my friend Hunter.
Hello.
Hello. I want to thank everyone who tunes in today to this episode. I am very excited to get this going. This has been a talk with Hunter for a while. I want to start off with a little story, Hunter.
Please do.
We're already going into story time. This is a great way to start this podcast. Hunter.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we had to do that college assignment with me and James where we recorded, it was either a podcast, commercial ad, or just a commercial. And for some reason we decided to do a commercial for Pop-Tarts. And
yes.
we were in your college, and it was just for some random college assignment. And, I was sitting there, and obviously it was just a little skit. It was a joke. But, once we were done with that, I really thought, I kind of want to do a podcast. And I kid you not, for the past, I don't know, what was it?
Like 2 years?
Year or two, it was a long-running joke where I'd always go up to Hunter and be like, so when's the podcast? And, he thought I was joking, fair enough. But the reason why I wanted to do this podcast with you is because I feel like every time we sit together, whether it's in person, Discord, online, text, whatever, we always end up having these pretty deep, meaningful, intricate conversations. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
And, dude, sometimes we'd have conversations on Discord that would last for hours and feel like minutes about games, life, tech, anything. And, the more, as more time went on, I was like, no, I kind of want to do a podcast with you because I feel like every time I sit down and talk with you, we have pretty interesting conversations, and I always enjoy picking your brain about topics that we both, enjoy talking about, whether it's games, movie, media, music, tech, whatever.
Yeah, I feel like very rarely do I come to you and I'm like, what do you think of this thing? And you're like, I don't know. I feel like that's a very rare occurrence. So I would agree that I think you're one of my favorite people to talk to about any kind of media eccentric thing. So thank you for having me.
No. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Because this is not just my podcast. I want this to be both of ours. Because like I said, I genuinely do enjoy talking to you about these things, and I feel like this. Honestly, I mean, as much as we're doing it for fun, I think we could spin some of these discussions we have into a podcast series. So, anyways, moving on from that story. Welcome to Forever Backlogged.
Yes, welcome.
This is mainly a podcast about which started as a journey late 2024 into going into 2025, where I want to say me and Hunter kind of had a different change of mindset going into 2025 with our gaming. So the whole reason why we called this podcast Forever Backlogged is because, like most gamers, I know I'm not the only one, and I'm sure Hunter's not the only one. We're sitting on mountains of games. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to play. And I feel like me and you had a conversation about this where, where do you start? What do you do? The guilt of just having all these games pile up gets to you. So going into 2025, we started tackling our backlogs in a different way. And I mean, I know from my point of view, I beat maybe 20-ish games in 2025. What about you?
2025, I beat I think 30.
Yeah,
I think I got to 30.
But before that, how many games do you think you would have been on average?
Oh man, I don't even know. I'd say maybe 10 at the best.
Yeah, not a lot for me either. And I felt like as the years went on, I kind of stopped focusing on what I enjoyed most about gaming, and I would just play whatever everyone else was playing.
I'll say I remember a time where I would be playing I start 10 single player games at once, and then I get overwhelmed with the fact of oh my god, I have all these games that I played and I haven't even finished one.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I'm right there with you. I think probably, I want to say since college till 2023, 24, all I was doing was playing live service games, multiplayer games. And I was I miss the days that I remember, such as beating games like The Last of Us, Pokemon. Well, I guess a more recent one, Cyberpunk, kind of reminded me of why I enjoyed playing and beating single player games. So I did a little research. We found this website. Definitely not no way, shape, or form influenced our name. It is called Backlogged, and that is Backloggd, no E in there. And it's a website that lets you kind of like track your backlog of games, like what you've played, what you are playing, and what you want to play, hence Backlogged. And I think using that resource kind of helped me, at least this year, and seems like you, since you said you beat 30 games. It definitely helped me kind of like get back on track of like why I want to play games. It's definitely no way, means, or shape or form like micromanaging the hobby, but I feel like kind of having more of a clearer view of like what you want to play and what you have is easier to see in front of you than like thinking about it in the back of your head, or just like you said, starting a bunch of games, never finishing them, because I know I've been there.
Yeah, I feel like for some people it can stress people out to see all the games that you actually own, and you're like, oh god, like, I mean, it's so many to play. But I think for me, I that helps me give like some kind of idea of what I'm working with, so that way it's like, oh, it's not like a forever list of games. It's just what I have. The only way that it's forever backlogged, or it's infinite, is when I just keep buying games and then I don't play them right away.
Yeah,
which is something that I'm trying to go into for this next year. Is if I'm going to buy a new game, I need to be sure that I want to play it at that very minute, rather than just buying into the FOMO and be like, oh, it's on sale. I don't want to miss the sale, because like, when's the next time? I don't know. Like, Cyberpunk's going to be on sale for like $30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Or even for that matter, like games you buy and you know you want to play soon, at the very least, right?
Right.
So anyways, we used that tool. We cleared probably I cleared the most amount of games I've ever cleared in a while, and I had a lot of fun doing it. You know, yeah. I played games I had for years never played, and I got to experience a lot of games that I would have never touched, or series I would have never found out about, and it brought back a lot of that fun of gaming for me personally. Whereas I was just probably logging on, like I said, to like whatever the live service game was, and just kind of doing it out of habit.
Right. I mean, I myself love a good list. So if there's any like physical like list I can see and I get to cross it off, it's an extreme sense euphoria.
Yeah,
for me,
it's definitely a good satisfaction, and it's like, you know, like you don't get that bad feeling of, you know, just starting a game and never finishing it. Like you buy these games because you obviously want to play and beat them, like, and see the end. You know, what better way than, how about we go over some of those games that we beat and talk about them?
Sure.
Do you want to start?
Sure, I'll start off.
Sweet.
So, are we just going through like everything, or are we going through some of the highlights that we've done?
Whatever you want to choose.
Whatever I want to choose. Okay. I would say I'm going to go through like my big hits. I would say. I played Breath of the Wild for the very first time.
Excellent game, by the way.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It sucks because I didn't get into the Zelda series until I was in my early 20s, and I was like, what am I doing? I've missed out on this incredible series. So,
makes you feel any better?
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild was my first main Zelda game too.
Oh, really? No, well, it wasn't my first main Zelda game, but it was like, it was around that time where it's like I knew that everybody was like loving it, and they're like, this is the best game in the series.
Oh, like when it first came out?
Yeah, when it first came out.
Okay,
so
I was saying more so like, same with you. Like I mean, I've obviously played Zelda games, ever since, you know, I was a kid. But like Breath of the Wild was the first game like I played start to finish and beat.
Right. Yeah. I wanted to make a point for myself because I knew that it existed, and I wanted to make a point for myself where it's like, I don't want to be spoiled by it's not anymore, but like the new fancy toy that is Breath of the Wild, where it's like a complete revamp of the series. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I feel like in order not to be blinded by that, I needed to play some of the older games just to get a taste of what it was before this point, because it's 20 plus years of Zelda games that's before this game.
Yeah. Quite the extensive list of Zelda games at this point.
Right, exactly. So I gave it a try after playing a few Zelda games, and It's definitely up there for me. I have yet to play a Zelda game that I like that I just straight up didn't like or hated, and I think Breath of the Wild does a good job of keeping up that good trend. I would say like if I remember correctly, I had like a couple gripes with it.
Yeah, it's not perfect by any means, but
No.
it's definitely up there for, at least for me. Best, like at least top 5 Zelda games, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've played 5, so I would say it's top 5 for me as well. But I would say like my two biggest gripes with it is that like I love that it's open world, but it's like kind of too open ended for what you can do. It's kind of like here's the tutorial of how the game works, and like here's a little bit of story, right? And it just sets you out and it's like do whatever you want. And it's like, I mean, open world games are meant to do that in a way, but I feel like I don't know how to explain it. It's like so extensive. There's not really like a specific like arrow point of where you're supposed to go. It's just kind of like
it gives you some guide points in it. And see, I'm a little different. I like that about Breath of the Wild, and I think that's, at least when it first came up for me, I could not put that game down. That's another one of those games when I played it where I was like what am I doing? Why am I playing all these multiplayer games? Like, not that any multiplayer game is great, and I'll get to a few this year that kind of reminded me why I like multiplayer games, but it was like one of those games that was another like a eye-opening experience where I was like damn, like this game is just pure fun. Anyways, the reason why I kind of like that open worldness to it, and I get your take on it, but I think a lot of games kind of copied that formula after it was so big. I think I like that. It's like another game that comes to mind that also does that is like Skyrim.
Yeah,
it's just kind of like here's the little hour opening and then you're just set off to do whatever. And I think I like that because you can kind of like make your own adventure, because I feel like a lot of RPGs, open world RPGs at that point were just like, yeah, they were open world. Like let's take one of your favorite games, Horizon. Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, it's an open world, but like, yeah, you do have like a set path you gotta go on. Breath of the Wild is like, as soon as you leave that platform, like the Great Plateau, you could literally just go to Ganondorf and beat the game, which I think is kind of cool if you've ever seen any videos of people like beat it, like as soon as they leave Great Plateau. But I think that's what helped me got like so immersed in Breath of the Wild, because like you're like, oh, you see that town all the way over there, you're like, I can just go walk there and find something that's not even like related to the main story.
Yeah.
And I could be like lost for another 5-10 hours, and like that endless loop of like, all right, like let's go see what's over here, and then like, oh, hey, I'm over here now I can see this point of view. And not to get like too deep, but I think they actually made that game so it's like that, like they purposely place stuff like behind mountain ranges, structures, stuff like that, so it's like you're constantly like just exploring, and that's the reward of Breath of the Wild's open world, is like you are rewarded more for just taking the beaten path and just like endlessly exploring.
I think it's such a juxtaposition from the usual like mainline games that you would play that it's like, it's not that it's bad, that it's like so maybe it's not so much a gripe, like it's not so that it's like bad, it's so open world. I think it just took me aback so much where I was like, okay, this is like overwhelming me. I need to take a second.
Yeah, definitely I see your point of view, because I mean, like I said too, like Breath of the Wild was my main first Zelda game. Like I played the 2D Zelda games and they're top down like dungeon crawlers. But I mean, I think this was during like Nintendo's era where they were kind of like switching up all their main like IPs. Like when the Switch came out, like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Kirby's Forgotten Land.
Yeah, that came out a couple years after that, I believe.
Yeah. But like they're definitely like revamping all their IPs,
right,
to be like kind of like a not new genre, I guess.
Kind of just like mixing up all of their IPs into something new to make it fresh and exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I never personally got into the 2D Zelda games, but until I played Breath of the Wild. Hey, spoiler, a few of them are actually on my list for this year.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I definitely want to play a couple other Zelda games this year. I mean, you got me Echoes of Wisdom like a couple last Christmas.
Yeah.
And I still really want to play through that, because it's like the same style as the Link's Awakening remake, which I think as of right now it's my favorite Zelda that I've played so far. Like most people say
for 2D or just in general.
Just Zelda in general.
Gotcha. It is a good one.
Yeah. I think I think the very like serious gripe that I do have with this game is like, as someone who plays a game and then decides like, oh, maybe I want to like 100% it. I'm not going for all 900 Korok seeds just to get a
golden poops.
Yeah, just to get a pile of golden shit. I refuse. I absolutely refuse.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I get it's open world. If you want to put like a few hundred in there, like sure, but like 900, that's ridiculous.
I think the last time I checked my Switch, my playtime was like sitting at like 110, 115 hours. And if you look at the game map, it'll tell you how much completion you have. I think in that time frame, I had a overall completion rate of 15%, maybe 20%. So there is a lot to do in that game. But I mean, yeah, I think it's like I said, it just kind of goes into that you're just rewarded the more you explore. So it's like you can play the story and get your satisfaction out of that, and then there's even more to do.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish the reward was a little bit better. Other than
it's the main reward.
Look what I made in the toilet today.
The main reward is not just the core XCs, but yeah, I get what you mean. Like I also didn't 100% it. Like I played it, got my fill, and I moved on. You know? And I think that's a lesson we learned this year as well. Is like you don't have to 100% everything to enjoy it. You just kind of why we started looking in a backlog. Just check the game off the list. You enjoyed it, you played it, and then you move on to other experiences.
Right. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Why don't you share a game next of what you've played this year?
Okay.
You know what? Let's do this. It may take you a little bit of time. Let's pick our top 5 games of this year, regardless if it came out this year or if it's an older game.
For 2025 that we played this year. Okay.
Yeah. Out of our backlog that
for
we
sure.
played.
I still want to have us kind of both go over like what we played this year because there are some highlights that I have that are in my top 5. But yeah, okay. So let's pick out a game. So I mean, I have a lot of games I could pick out from this year. Going into this year or 2025, we're in 2026 now with a different mindset. I actually platinumed a lot of games. So there's one in particular that you probably already know.
I already know what it's gonna be.
So one of those platinum games was Astrobot.
Yeah,
fantastic game. That was another. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it, that was actually another like eye-opening games where I was like, God, there's so many good like experiences out there that I have just sitting on my shelf that I haven't touched yet.
Right. Yeah.
But granted, Astrobot was a game I got also a little late. I think I got it December of 2024. But funny enough, I played it and then I didn't get back to it till like June, and then platinumed it in like July. But what a fantastic game! I mean, we both played Astra's Playroom, the little demo.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was another one I played earlier in this year. It's like the best demo I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
If I had played that like back in 2020, I'd be like, "Where's the full game?"
Yeah, and I think that's what I was saying too. When I played that, I was like, I can't wait to get the full game.
I just got it for Christmas this year, so I'm like itching. I've fallen back into the pattern of starting too many games, so I have like all these ones I have to complete. But once that's over, it's Astrobot time. I'm itching to play that game.
Yeah, it's for sure. I mean, understandably, it won Game of the Year for 2024.
Yeah.
That was a great game. It just kind of reminded me of what games are meant to be, just fun.
Yeah. Because I feel like with a lot, especially with a lot of PlayStation games, there's been a huge, ever since Last of Us, I would say the first Last of Us, there's been a huge focus on story-driven games.
Yeah, especially during the PS4 era.
Right, exactly. And that's not to say, I mean, obviously that's not a bad thing. I love me a good story-driven game as much as the next person, but I think it's a little
fatiguing after
after game. It's been a long time since we've gotten something like Ratchet and Clank or Jack and Daxter or Sly Cooper. Those kind of games for PlayStation have been so far and few in between.
Very absent, yeah.
Right. So I think that the community has missed something like that, and to see that not only does Astrobot bring that back to gamers, but it's also a huge love letter to what PlayStation was, what it is,
what it was built on.
And they're still doing updates, so it's to what PlayStation could be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great point. And actually, this can tie into what we're talking about with Nintendo, because you're absolutely right. Like during the PS4 era, and I want to like start by saying I also agree with you. Like these are great games. I don't want to like come across like I'm bashing them, but yeah, it's like ever since Last of Us Part 1, that was like toward the end of the PS3 going into PS4, like it was all story driven games, and that they started doing that with a lot of their own IPs. Like you look at God of War, it's not like a hack and what. I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't really comment. Or I played a little, but I can't comment too much. But like, it was a big narrative game compared to like the first three. And not saying the God of War reboot's bad, but yeah, it's like some people miss those kind of like, you know, crazy, huge set piece boss battles where you're fighting like Greek gods and just like a hack and slash kind of game. You have Horizon, also a great game. You know, you love that game.
I think that's my favorite game still to date.
It's good, and I held out on that one for a while and platinumed that in 2024 and loved it too. But also heavily narrative focused. Gameplay is great, but
very realistic looking as well, as opposed to like a cartoon Lynx, like or like Ratchet.
I'm trying to think of other PlayStation games that were big. You had Days Gone. I mean Uncharted, but that was always kind of like a story.
But Uncharted 4 like switched up a bit because the difference between Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4 is so far out there.
Those are games I want to play this year. But anyways, we got a little sidetracked. Yeah, Astrobot kind of reminded me, and I think maybe PlayStation, hopefully with it winning Game of the Year, it's like you don't have to make these huge narrative cinematic games. I mean, as much as they're amazing, as much as I really want Last of Us Part 3, please Neil Druckmann, if you're listening.
Please, God, I beg of you.
You can make these smaller AA games, which I feel like don't exist. Like you said, like I mean, we got in a new Ratchet and Clank game, which was amazing. I still see you get the name of the podcast. Like all these games I've started, never beat, want to play. You got a new one on PS5. That was also great. But you know, I hope this shows PlayStation, and they take like also a note from Nintendo. It's like you can make games that are just for fun, and not just this huge narrative focused game. Like I really hope we get like a new Astrobot. I hope we get a new like Sackboy.
Yeah.
God, I hope we get Sly Cooper, a new Sly Cooper game, Jack and Daxter game, something. Like I just hope this starts to show that people don't want all these. Like there's audiences out there for these games too. Yeah. Like that was another game where I was like, this is just pure fun. I want more of these. It shouldn't take super long to make these games either. I hope not. We're not game developers, but yeah, I think PlayStation just kind of focused on too many narrative games and it got fatiguing.
And you know, it's funny if you think about it, Nintendo's kind of doing like the vice versa of what PlayStation did with Astrobot, where you have Duskbloods coming out later this year, and that's like a much more serious, that'll probably be a more story driven kind of game. And that's just, I mean, that's from software which primarily goes with PlayStation, but for this one it's just specifically for the Switch 2 as of right now.
Yeah, sorry for all those Bloodborne fans out there. It's on Switch only.
Well, you know, at least this Bloodborne fan has a Switch 2, so I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. I've never gotten really into the From Software games other than Elden Ring.
But, get ready to cry. And not out of like, oh, this scene is so good.
Oh, I know. Like, I spent 20 hours just to get up to the first boss in Elden Ring. I understand. I am not a Souls gamer. Yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying. We will. That is a conversation for maybe a different episode. I get what you're saying with Switch kind of moving away from some of those games.
Not necessarily moving away from those games. They're more so adding to their library and just adding a lot more of like third-party stuff. And I think that Duskbloods is more of like, I guess you could technically say it's like a introduction, for lack of a better term, of them doing more serious games. I mean, like they do have their more serious IPs, like
Breath of the Wild is a more serious IP as well.
Yeah,
in terms of Zelda.
Yeah,
Zelda's kind of always.
But they still feel like, as a lot of people have described Astrobot as gamey games. You know what I mean?
Video gamey games.
Video gamey games.
Yeah, that was one this year that I really enjoyed.
I'm very excited to play that for this coming year. I hope I can get to it very soon. I want to say my next one that was a pretty big highlight for me was It Takes Two. My girlfriend and I decided to play that, and it was, I always see this stuff online where it's like whoever and their partner are having the worst time of their lives, are trying to like communicate and figure out how to like do the part because one person's a gamer and one isn't. And that was the case for us. Like, I'm a gamer and she's not really a gamer, but like we had such a blast playing that game. I mean, obviously you have like I feel like for her it was a good introduction to like video games and what they could be, and for me it kind of set like a more fun challenge where like I get to play the game but also like teach somebody else like a hobby that I love.
Yeah.
And I mean the whole premise of the game is like these two people are getting a divorce and then they're trying to like get back together. So if anything, how we felt playing that game is how the characters felt in that game, where it's like we felt like we were getting closer as a couple as we're playing the game, no matter how frustrating it was getting. Like, very fun gameplay, incredibly creative. Like, the style of it is amazing. The gameplay is incredibly creative, where like I feel like it's like every 30 minutes to an hour you're getting like a new piece of equipment that is like so. I mean, I can't stop saying creative. It's just that's the only word that can come to my mind, because there's like a honey, like you shoot honey wax with like one gun, and then like the other person like shoots a match to like light it up and it explodes. So it's like a lot of teamwork and communication has to be put in play for that game.
I've seen a lot of the memes of the boyfriend being far ahead in the level, and the girlfriend, partner, significant other.
Where are you?
Yeah,
I'm
just
trying.
all the way in the back. And I also saw another pretty funny meme where it's like, it's like if you want to get married, you have to play these 4 games, and it's like It Takes Two, Overcooked, Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. I definitely want to play that game for the same reasons you said. Right now, me and my partner we're on the Animal Crossing phase.
Oh, of course.
Because
of course.
I get what you're saying. She's played games before, but not like serious ones. So I'd like to introduce her to more games, and I hope Split Fiction is also a good stepping off point when she gets comfortable enough. Because like that game, Overcooked, Split Fiction, Brett and Fred come to mind. Like, yeah, I mean, as much as I was joking about it, those games are great for partners, couples, friends, anyone. Like, cause yeah, and like I know the story of It Takes Two, and it's definitely good. Like you said, it's a good, as much as you think it isn't, it's a good way to build like communication skills and trust, and just forming kind of a bond through like a medium that you enjoy and I enjoy. And that is definitely a game I want to play with my girlfriend too.
Right.
For those reasons, because it's like she'll always be kind of peeking over my shoulder when I'm playing other games. I was like, do you want to play? And she'll always be like, no, I don't know how to play it. So it's like, I hope that game can also be like a bigger stepping stone past like the smaller games into like more. Right. Because she definitely seems to be intrigued and enjoy playing games, but it's always a little timid to play games because she doesn't consider herself a quote unquote gamer.
I get it, because I was scrolling on Instagram the other day, and I see this video where this woman's like there's a reason why a lot of people are timid to play video games these days, because every game that is made now automatically thinks that you already know how to play a video game.
Yeah.
So it makes it really hard to get into a hobby, something like that, where it's just like where every game's like you already know what to do. Like, it'll give you a tutorial, but it's like it's expecting you to know how that works within like a general sense.
Yeah. I mean, to their point, it makes sense too, because like, games have been around since the late 70s, early 80s, boomed in the 90s. Like, I get it, but I also get what you're saying. It's like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm happy there are games like these that you can like have stepping stones to introduce the hobby to people.
Right. And
not just like, hey, here's Elden Ring. Like we were talking about, like, hey, play this ridiculously hard game. Because like, we all started as gamers. Right. My first game was Pokemon. It's all text.
Yeah.
It's a perfect game to get into as a kid. And like, you know, I remember when I first jumped to like my first console, the GameCube, it's like I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know how a controller works for
Because
the most part.
Because if you think about it, the last time that the gaming world is able to allow everybody to be able to play it, like it was advocated for like any kind of player, was the Wii when when Wii Sports came out, because it's literally just like a big stick with buttons on it, and you can just like wave it around. You press like it's like 2 buttons max that you have to deal with those kinds of games.
Yeah, I remember the Wii was the console I was able to get most of my family to play something with me, especially Wii Sports.
Right.
It's like it's really hard to not pick up, oh, I'm playing tennis on Wii Sports, swing. How do I swing the racket?
Right.
Just swing the remote.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because it's so easy. It's either one motion or it's 2 buttons max of what you have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, with It Takes Two, like my girlfriend had a hard time with it because it's like you have, like, I don't know, like 3 buttons you have to worry about, and then you have to worry about moving and then looking around with the camera and stuff. Like,
that's what we're working on right now. So
right.
That's why we're playing Animal Crossing, because there's no camera controls.
Right. And I get it, because it's a lot of motor skills that you haven't been able to build up until now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, regardless, she had a great time with it. And I think because she played It Takes Two, it's helping her, because we're also doing Split Fiction right now. That's like, she's taken those skills and honed them into this game, which makes sense because it's the same developers.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely help her grow as a gamer.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect game for couples.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I definitely want to play It Takes Two, and I want to try out Split Fiction because I heard nothing but great things. It was nominated for Game of the Year for 2025 as well, right?
No, it was it was nominated for. Oh, I don't remember.
Probably multiplayer.
No, not even that.
Oh.
I think it was for something else.
Oh. Well, anyways, It Takes Two won Game of the Year when it came out. So
yes,
I understand why.
Yeah, I was gonna say, after playing it, I totally get it. It was well deserving of that award. And I haven't completed it yet, but I do have a lot of thoughts on Split Fiction that I'll save for another time. But
okay,
what's another one? What's another one for you?
There's many to pick. This was kind of before Astrobot, but this year was a big Nintendo year for me as well. Just kind of riding that train of, just play fun games rather than stressful ones. Just, get the easy wins. So, I mean, I'll definitely pick out one, but I'll kind of group them together. This year I played Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS. I played Super Mario Wonder, but that was very late 2024, bleeding into 2025, so I'll count it.
You know what we have to talk about? We have to talk about our playthrough of Super Mario Brothers for the Wii. That is absolutely something we have to cover.
Yeah, for sure, and that would actually be great to talk about Super Mario Wonder because I just started playing it with my girlfriend as well. Just a couple levels and different experience from when we played Mario on the Wii.
Yeah.
Anyways,
extremely different.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, and it was actually made by Nintendo. Hidden Gem, Fossil Fighters.
Yes.
And that's the game I want to talk about. Fossil Fighters.
Please do.
What an underrated gem that was.
Oh my god.
I think I was getting kind of burnt out of Pokemon, the direction Pokemon was going.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this game called Fossil Fighters on the DS, which is kind of similar. Capture dinosaurs, monsters. It's a monster catching game, but this one was more interesting because you have to dig out the fossils and restore them and put them part by part. It's not like Pokemon where it's like you just go find the Pokemon, catch it, that's it, you train it. You have to find the fossil parts. Well, first off, you can't even get the dinosaur until you restore the head.
Right.
So if you don't find the head, you have to just keep going at it.
Yeah.
But I liked it a lot because you have to. The more parts you find, there's head, arms, body, and feet. The more parts you find, the stronger it gets. And it was such a satisfying loop of just go out, dig out fossils, come back, clean them off. The little mini game.
Oh, I remember I had to clean it off, and I was as a 12-year-old kid. I was like, come on. I get a little bit of green. I'm like, God.
There was so many times where
Damn
I just gave up and just smashed the fossil to smithereens. But anyways, it was such a satisfying and addicting loop compared to Pokemon. It's like, it was so interesting.
Yeah.
And this game came out the same time as Pokemon Platinum. It's like, it definitely did not get the recognition it got.
Yeah.
I don't know what Nintendo was thinking releasing this game so close to Pokemon Platinum. But anyways, very interesting loop of just, not only are you training them in battle, but you're also raising them by excavating the fossils better. Because it's like on a scale of like 0 to 100 points. And it was so satisfying to like get my first like 100-point fossil, just completely spotless. And it's like, there's a decent amount of dinosaurs in there. You know, there's a lot to do. I sunk maybe about 40 to 50 hours. It's a meaty game for what it is. It's like,
is the story any good?
No. it's whatever.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. That kind of reignited my handheld love again as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like handhelds, I mean, you know, the Switch is a handheld, but like it's different now.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of games, it's like you're not getting a game specifically for handheld or with handheld in mind. You are getting just a game that is downgraded to run on a handheld. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, I think of like Doom when it came out on the Switch one. It's like, that's awesome. I'm so happy that, you know, there's all these like portable games games coming to portable systems, but it's like, you know, it's still Doom at the end of the day. I played it on Xbox One when it first came out. It's like, this game, just like the mechanics like of actually using the stylus to clean the dinosaurs off, and you know, I mean, it was just the microphone, but like blowing off the dust into the microphone. It's like, you don't get that kind of stuff anymore. It's like maybe with some Switch games, because of the Joy-Cons, they're kind of like mini Wii remotes. You do get some of that fun mechanics, but like, yeah, it's like, I wanted to start playing like my DS library or Vita library. It's like, because, you know, they're only specific games you get on true handhelds.
Right.
So that was a fun one.
I remember playing a game as a kid, and like I'd be trying to like clean off a fossil, and my mom's trying to talk to me like, "Hunter, are you doing your homework right now?" I'm like, "I'm working. Can't you see that I'm focusing on getting this femur restored?"
Yeah, one wrong look and the whole thing's you just paralyze the dinosaur. The poor thing. Just might as well not even.
Now look what you made me do.
Might not. I felt so bad whenever I'd like mess up the like arms or feet. It's like I'd like break the toe or the fingers. It's like, well, you know, I hope my dinosaur can still fight.
Honestly, I remember like at first being like, because it turns green when it breaks. I thought I was like, oh my god, I'm getting emerald. This is awesome. So I do like the whole thing, and it's like, you don't get that piece anymore. And I'm like, god damn it.
Yeah, no, you made that poor dinosaur disabled. I hope you're happy with yourself. Yeah, I mean,
he was confined to a wheelchair for the rest of the time. But you know what? He still went on that battlefield, and God, I was proud of him.
Yeah, he put in that work. Yeah, I mean, not much to talk about, but it was just, you know, kind of reminded me like, you know, we lost something going to the Switch and Steam Deck on all these newer handhelds. You know, so, you know, 3DS prices are absurd nowadays. I will not recommend anyone get one right now, but it's like if you still have one, like, you should, you know, dig it out sometime. Go back and see what those games were all about back then.
I definitely still dig mine out every now and then to play some good old Pokemon. You know, I've
caught classic Pokemon.
It took me 15 years, but you know what? I caught them all, and now it was like any game that I was like, okay, cool, I caught them all. Now I have to level them up to all 100 because I'm a completionist, and then
that was the main goal for me too.
Yeah,
but.
So like
as
every
a kid, at least,
right? So like every now and then I'll go back to it and be like, "Oh, I gotta get back to that grind. It's gonna happen. I know it." And then they release like 500 more Pokemon.
Yeah, I was working on my my living decks at one point. I was like, "This is too much. Like, this is just a chore now at this point." But
right.
Hey, more power to you. There were some games I completed the Pokedex like 100%, but not the National Dex or anything.
Yeah, I would like to get some other games for the 3DS, Like, I don't know what happened to my copy of Fossil Fighters, but it's just gone now, and I would love to get another copy on my hands from somewhere.
You're always welcome to borrow it.
Oh, well, thank you. I think I would do. I mean, you helped me download it on my phone with the Delta app.
Nintendo, if you're hearing this,
I mean,
we do not condone emulation. We do not condone it.
I don't have it on my phone. I have it on my. I meant to say 3DS. I just
yes, yeah.
I stuttered.
Game. Yeah,
yeah.
with just only touchscreen. I mean, yeah, we know. Pokemon games, it's okay. They don't make them anymore. It's like if you can't drop the couple $100,
It's
unfortunately
fine.
you can't play it. It's like that emulation's bad.
Yeah, you
don't play games that aren't readily accessible and aren't hundreds of dollars, please.
No,
we don't
no.
condone that.
I did get into the Fire Emblem series recently because
Yes.
I wanted to play it for a while.
Which Fire Emblem?
The very first one, because you remember they came
Right.
out with it on the Switch.
Yeah,
back in
this was
2021.
when they were doing that stupid thing where it's like, oh hey, this is only a limited release.
Yep.
It's like I would have loved to play that too, but I didn't get it in time.
So that's one of the games I worked on like this past month. I was so mad because you can soft lock yourself from the end of the game if you don't get certain items.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like if certain, because I remember. I mean, I played a few Fire Emblem games when I was a kid, but they're a little too hard for me when I was young. But I played Three Houses, and it's like,
that's one I really want to play.
Like the whole premise of Fire Emblem is like if your character dies, like they're gone, they're dead.
Yeah, which is
like,
it's so cool. It's like it was like the Nuzlocke before the Nuzlocke.
Yeah. But I know with the newer ones, it's like you can select it, so it's like they'll faint for the battle, but you don't lose them. So I thought that's what you meant by soft locking. It's like your whole party's dead. Whoops.
No, I mean it's the very first one, so that's like what defines the series is like if you have I don't know, John Fire Emblem in your army and they die, then like he's dead. Like when I say dead, he means that he's dead.
You can't use it. No, I wasn't saying that. Like I thought you meant like you just soft lock yourself out of the game because you have no one. On your party anymore.
No. What happened? I mean, you could technically do that, but it's more so of there's a character in the game, and he's only able to be taking damage from one very specific weapon, and you need 2 different items to craft said weapon. And I had missed one of those items in a level, and dumbass me, I was like, because in the new 2021 version, you can make save points rather than what you used to be able to do.
States.
I was like, I'm not gonna need him. I'll be totally fine. And then I can't, because once you complete a level, you can't go back. And I missed one item. I was like, son of a bitch. But I was anyway. I was gonna say that I want to get Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. That's one I would love to get on there.
Yeah, the 3DS games were kind of like the resurgence of Fire Emblem games, honestly, but like the most.
It was huge.
Awakening,
you had Awakening,
Birthright, Conquest.
Right. The one. What's the one with Corns? There's
one more
Fates.
Fates, yes, that was it.
Yep. They had like a whole bunch for the 3DS. Like that was such a good. The 3DS was such a good era for Nintendo.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if anyone still has their 3DS, dig it out. Like, thankfully the game. It depends. Some games aren't super expensive, but like unfortunately, just buying a system now because all those videos came out. It's like, guys, the 3DS was so slept on. Here's why, and then it just like inflates the prices for no need, and it's like. There's no other way to play these games unless you emulate it. Once again, we do not condone emulation. No,
I've never emulated a game in my life.
Please do not emulate games if you can't afford them or you don't have access to them. They don't make them anymore, but please don't emulate it.
Do not emulate Ren and Stimpy for the Sega Genesis. That is,
game.
Oh yeah, I was at one of our stores that you and I like to go to a lot, and I should have sent it to one of our other friends. But they have a Ren and Stimpy game for the Sega. I think it was the Sega Genesis. It was like $500. I was like, what? What the hell?
Those games are just hit and miss on price.
And then there was like another one that was just on the shelf. It was like Disney Basketball, and it was like $800.
It's absurd.
It's like the most obscure games you can think of. Like, why are those the expensive ones? But I could get Fossil Fighters for what, $30? If I get it
around that price, the first one.
Yeah, the first one. If I get it without the case or whatever.
Yeah, once again, slept on hidden gem.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, I got a few more I can highlight. Vampire Survivors. I played that one recently.
I mean, we've dabbled in a few of those horde top-down survivor lights. I mean, me and you got really big into Halls of Torment.
Yeah, Halls of Torment.
Halls of Torment.
Yeah. That one was a really fun game.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors was like the first one to popularized that genre.
Right.
I mean, now when those new games come out, they're called as like, Vampire Survivor clones. Kind of like how Metroid and Castlevania made Castlevania a genre.
Right.
Now it's like Survivor, blank Survivor genre.
Yeah, exactly. Because I had found that there was like an actual ending to this game. Like, I mean, I say actual, but it's like kind of loose. Yeah. It's not like there's like a story or anything. It's just like it's like, okay, so you got through this level you beat the boss after 30 minutes. You can now go to the to the next one, and there's like a few you can go through.
Same with Vampire Survivors. Or are we talking about?
We're talking about Vampire Survivors.
Oh, okay.
So Halls of Torment.
It's the same thing. It was like you go in for 30 minutes to fight the boss,
right?
Go to the next one.
But there's a little bit more of a story to Halls of Torment than there is to Vampire Survivors.
Okay.
I would say what sets Vampire Survivors apart. I almost said a fart.
Funny.
Funny joke. What sets Vampire Survivors apart is that like towards the end of the game, it starts to get like Doki Doki Literature Club on you, where it starts to like freak out for a minute, where it's like the text will be like backwards, or like the screen will start showing like errors, but you have to like fight the errors or something like that.
Love games like that break the fourth wall.
It's
like messing
it's
with
awesome.
Your mind.
And by the end, you'll have to fight this like big monster, which I won't spoil it, but it's pretty cool. I would say it's like a very unique game, and it's just like I love those kinds of games where it's like you don't want to play. Like you don't want to play a single player game right now, but you like a story driven game, but you don't want to play like a fast competitive multiplayer. It's just like I don't want to think about anything right now. I just want to I just want to turn my brain off, and this is like one of the best games to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, those games are perfect. They mix like such a good dose of both like turn your brain off, relax, but like adrenaline, dopamine pumping mechanics where it's like you play a round of Vampire Survivors, like by the end of it it's like you just stand still and everything's just exploding.
I kind of want to do like an endless run at some point just to see how long I can last, and we're just like because by the 30 minutes you're like I'm untouchable. Like if you have the right things built up, you're like I'm untouchable, I'm God.
It's such a hit of dopamine.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. I like fighting the hordes of enemies way more than whenever like the final boss comes up. Like this is just one guy. I don't give a crap about him. Yeah. Yeah. I mean that one's just short and sweet. It's like very simple aspect. Like you're literally just moving. You're not even pressing any buttons. It's like very short and sweet to the point.
Yeah.
As you said, huge hit of dopamine. I loved it a lot.
Yeah, that's another game that's on my list that I've played other games that are inspired from it, but never played the OG.
Yeah.
I guess. And it's only like $4.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. So I don't know why I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's on my list at some point to buy and play.
Yeah.
I want to highlight one more game. This is a game we both played. And then, we probably can talk about like go into what you said, top 5. Firewatch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because this started a very interesting point in 2025 for our gaming click, our gaming backlog, whatever you want to say. Mm-hmm. Not that Firewatch was a great game.
So if I can explain a little bit to what you mean when you say click, we started a video game book club. As you would,
air quotes, book club.
Yeah, air quotes. But we just read text on the video games.
Yeah, we read Spark Notes and then talk about it.
Yeah. But it was just like we would pick a video game for the month, and we would just play that through and then like talk about like our thoughts on it. And Firewatch ended up being the first one that we played through, and we can talk about our thoughts on that for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely leaning into the book club, the video game book club part of it. But I mean, not that. Yeah, Firewatch is a good game. I enjoyed it. I only wanted to highlight it because of that reason. Because another thing that I think me and you both kind of discovered this year was like, you know how much enjoyment you can get out of a game when you beat it and you have someone to talk to, like that feeling you get. Like, this is gonna get a little off track again, but like Last of Us Part 2.
I was just gonna mention that.
That kind of sparked it for us. So it's like we never played that game together, or sorry, not together. We never played that game up until that point, and then we're like, hey, let's just play it at the same time, and as we go through it, we'll talk about it. And it's like God, the hour-long conversations we had
my
about that
God.
game when we beat it. Fantastic game. But anyways, like that game, it's like we got a few of our friends together, created a Discord, and made like a video game, air quote book club.
Mhm.
The reason why
If there's anyone listening, we're open to other name suggestions for that. Because just calling it Video Game Book Club, I was like,
it gets the point across.
It gets the
job
point
done.
across, yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, for a 3-4 hour game, like we were talking about that game for a while. It's like, yeah, it's also fun to beat games because then you can talk about them. Not that you can't talk about. I mean, we've been sitting here for like 30-40 minutes already talking about games we've started and haven't played or haven't finished. But yeah, it's like that's gratifying to play and beat a game and get to be able to like share that experience with other people. And I think that's why we made that like small little book club. It's like we're now we started that in July.
August.
Oh, okay.
It was August.
I was
yeah.
wrong. Sorry. Yeah, it's like we already beat 4 games in December, or 3 games in December was our kind of a spin, and then now we're getting back into the swing of things, doing Celeste this month. That I can't wait to finally play through and beat and check that off my backlog too. But
yeah, I gotta get that downloaded on my PC and get that going.
It'll be a good game for this month. But yeah, not that Firewatch was this astounding game that I need to talk about. But,
Oh no,
I do like how it was the first game to kind of kick off that idea of our video game book club.
I feel like we had a lot of introspective, like maybe not introspective, just some good like discussions, just talking about like
our thoughts on it, like what we interpreted the story as.
Right. Yeah. Can we take a quick intermission because I need a refill on water?
Yeah, we can cut it here. All right. We'll catch you back on the second half of this podcast.
Don't go anywhere, please. Please. Welcome back. We just got back from getting a nice beverage that I'm going to sip from right now.
Give the fans what they want. ASMR. Some nice water drinking ASMR.
Don't you just love that?
This episode's sponsor, water. Don't you love it?
Oh, I just absolutely love it.
All right, so we were talking about games we played this year.
Yeah, so before we get into our top 5, I really want to talk about our playthrough of Super Mario Brothers for the Wii.
What a wonderful time that was.
What an experience that was. So this is a game that I've owned for I've owned for years and years, and I can play a Mario game, but I just denounced myself from 2D Mario specifically. It's just like I tried playing it with my dad. We both got frustrated. I was like, I guess I can't play 2D Mario games because I tried playing the first one. I was having a hard time with that as well.
I mean, we'll go over it for sure, but honestly, I've never had an issue playing 2D Mario games. I mean, you know, it ramps up the more worlds you go through. I think the biggest issue is playing 2D Mario with another person.
It makes it that much harder.
Add it to the list. We're gonna mark it right now. It's like, you know, we got It Takes Two, Overcooked. Add Super Mario Bros. For the Wii for like games couples need to play to get over their issues and trust and communication skills. Because that game was like bashing my head against the wall. Some levels.
If you are already in a toxic relationship, this game will not help
ruin
you.
Ruin it. Divorce, breakup. Just get ready for it. I mean, it was a fun time. Like,
yeah,
that was something we beat together this year. That was also fun because, like, you know, I can't remember the last time I played a couch co-op game with someone and beat.
Yeah, it's been such a long time for me.
I do miss couch co-op games. They need to come back with pure couch co-op games.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're out there, but I just genuinely can't remember a game that focused on pure couch co-op except maybe Cuphead.
Yeah. It Takes Two was one, actually. That was pure.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, we literally just talked about this. I can't believe I forgot. But yeah, I guess more so in the sense that like you're on like the same screen. I don't even know where I'm going. This, never mind. It's like, yeah, it doesn't have to be the same screen.
But I get what you mean though, because like games like that where it's like strictly couch co-op, you're right. They are farther and fewer in between. I mean, you still have all those games where it's like It Takes Two, like. I think it's Hazelight Studios that makes all these games where it's like It Takes Two, Split Fiction, A Way Out. Split Fiction's the only one where it's like you can play that online if you want to, but it still gives you the option to do couch
Couch
co-op.
Co-op. Also, quick little shout out to their studio. What a like pro consumer move to have just one person have that game, and then the other person online can play just for free.
Absolute cinema.
It's like
absolute cinema.
I really appreciate studios that do stuff like that, like make such pro consumer moves. It's like they would rather people get to enjoy and experience that game rather than make them buy like a whole new copy for themselves,
Right.
to play like online with someone.
I would say that's even rarer than just having a strictly couch co-op.
Yeah,
Co-op game.
I mean, and then they did it with Split Fiction. So like, huge shout out to that studio.
Yeah,
Like,
great work.
always will appreciate and shout out studios that make very pro consumer moves and don't prioritize like profit for fun.
For sure. So back to the Mario.
Yes.
The Mario thing. We definitely had fun with it, but God, did we have our moments where we're like, no, you stay in the bubble. I will finish the level, and I'm like, oh, but I know I can get through it. I swear.
Yeah, I can't more times than I can count on both hands. So that, I guess for anyone that doesn't know, there's a mechanic where you can like do a safety bubble and you'll just follow someone if you like fall off the map or die, and your partner can pop you out of the bubble and save you. More times than I can count, there were moments where we both hit the bubble by accident and we just lost the level.
Either we both bubble or one of us pops the other and immediately fall into the abyss.
Or just purposely throw each other to the abyss.
That game is also so slidey with the mechanics. So like when you stop in that game, you still like slide.
You
for
slide a few feet.
Yeah, a good block and a half.
And then it's like, God forbid you play the ice levels.
Oh my god.
But I brought up Mario Wonder earlier. They fixed a lot of that things. Like there's not the slidiness. Very. I'd give that one not only a chance for like just yourself, but co-op too. That one was a lot of fun that I played with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you ever want to play it,
I would play it.
But yeah, like, I mean, it's just how the game ran back then. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, I mean, we probably went through over 100 lives for some game you thought would be pretty easy. But hey, there's a lot of skill to those 2D platformers.
Yep.
That we don't have.
We definitely
do
not.
You do. It's a very satisfying feeling when you pull off some of the movement in like those 2D games, like any 2D games.
Mm-hmm.
Once you like figure it out, it's like you can fly through some levels and it's very satisfying.
Yeah. I think by the end, we would try to get like away from Bowser at the very end. I don't know what was wrong with me in the last world. I just kept dying. You're like, Hunter, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sorry. The pressure's getting to me. And then
just some of
I was
those
like, I'm just gonna stay in the bubble. I was like, you can do this. I'm just
some of those game decisions just made it frustrating playing with two people, which is unfortunate because that whole game is set up to be played as co-op. Like on the box, you have 4 characters,
I know.
4 Wii remotes.
Could you imagine that with 4 people?
I'd be miserable.
Oh my god,
It'd be funny, but you could no way you would beat that game,
no.
unless you were very dedicated. But it's like, I mean, the mechanics I can think of is like I said, like you both go in a bubble, you lose the level. One person can't proceed to the right, 2D platform where you got to move forward to the right. If the other person's all the way on the left side, you can't jump up a certain height or you'll die if the other person's too far below.
Right.
It's like such a miserable experience playing with another person, but it was a fun time when we beat it. It was very satisfying.
such a different. It's like, God, I suffered so much, but I had so much.
I will not deny that the first few worlds were a blast, but yeah, those last few worlds were like pulling teeth.
Oh yeah, the second half of that game is brutal with 2-player.
Do we want to go in our top 5?
Let's go into the top 5. Are they in any specific order for you?
Yes, to a degree.
Okay.
Do you want to start? You want me to start?
Why don't you start? Because I have to like mentally think of how I would rank it.
I also have to kind of mentally rank mine, and we're just doing 2025.
Yes. So as I had said before, it does
games we played 2025.
just games that we've played in 2025. It doesn't have to be games that have come out in 2025.
Okay. Coming in at number 5, I'm gonna put Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I platinumed this game, had a blast. I put it at number 5 because I don't think the story really holds up to the first game, but that's just me. Huge, beautiful open world. It's awesome playing as both Spider-Man, Miles, and Venom for a little bit. But I mean, like, the story of the first game was just unmatched for me. Coming in at number 4, I have Halo 1.
Actually, can we? It might be better if we go back and forth.
Back and forth? Okay.
So you say 5.
Sorry,
I'll say 5.
foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll fix it in post.
What's your number 5?
I mean, I just talked about it before. There's gonna be a few that I've already talked about, but Vampire Survivors, I would say, is my number 5. Again, just a quick recap. It's like a nice mindless game to play when you're bored or just don't know what to do.
Yeah, good pick up and play game.
Right, exactly. You just feel like God just by literally picking one foot up in front of the other.
Yeah. All right.
So give us your number 4.
Number 4, like I already said, Halo 1. I played this on the Master Chief Collection on PC. Halo is a series I've always wanted to jump into. Never got into it, surprisingly, since I was an Xbox kid. Mm-hmm. I played it on PC, and I know this is going to sound weird, but what a great PC game to play Halo Combat Evolved 1 on. Yeah. Just reminded me a lot of like old PC shooters, and I just had a lot of fun. I mean, the story was whatever to me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm putting it at number 4, but I had a blast with it because just reminded me a lot of the shooters I grew up with.
Yeah, I had played Halo 1 with a friend recently. Like, I grew up with Reach and 4, but I never played the original 3.
Which are like the Holy Trilogy.
Right, I know. So like one of our friends that is like super into Halo, he's like I will play the entire series with you.
I think that's why I played Combat Evolved, because I saw and heard you guys play the trilogy. I was like, all right, it's about time I finally experienced what these games.
It's so worth it, especially when you play it with somebody else. Like if I played Combat Evolved by myself, I probably wouldn't enjoy it nearly as much. Mm-hmm. I think the Halo games like really help encapsulate like what the 2000s felt like just being a gamer. Like such a fun game to play. Like, and I think for every installment in that third trilogy in that trilogy, it just got better and better as you go along.
Which is crazy how they pump those games out in just like a couple years. Like if you look into the history of like Bungie developing those games, they were on such a huge time crunch. But hey, you waited 2-3 years, you got a great campaign, great multiplayer, Forge. I'm not a big Halo person, but didn't the co-op mode Firefight come in 3, or was that ODST?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, but anyways, you got a pretty good package, which I feel like you don't see from most new games anymore.
Right, and I love how there's been such a resurgence since the Master Chief Collection came out. Mm-hmm. I think
more people play the MCC than Infinite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that I didn't like Infinite, but they didn't really add a lot.
Right,
to it.
God, I want to do one of those nights again where we played just Halo 3 customs. That's like some of the most fun I've ever had playing games.
I'd love to join in for that this time now.
Yes, so worth it.
All right, coming in at my number 3, I
got my number 4, sir.
Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Jeez. Right, we're going back and forth. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
All right,
I'll never forgive you. My number 4.
Darn.
My number 4. I'm gonna put Donkey Kong Bonanza at my number 4.
Yeah. Good choice.
Very like, I've never played a Donkey Kong game before, but I'm glad it was this one that I decided to play.
Speaking of hard platformers, Donkey Kong's like known to be a very difficult platformer. The 2D ones, I mean, Bonanza.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say like I almost wanted to take a Zelda approach to it, where it's like maybe I play the older ones first before I do this, but I was like, you know what? I wanted to have a goal for this past year to play as many like new games as possible, just to keep up to date as best as I can. And I think that Bonanza is like one of those ones where like I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks like a lot of fun.
It's very unique with the mechanics in that game, and I gotta give it a try because Mario Odyssey was like huge hit for me. I love the 3D Mario games. Never played Donkey Kong Country 64. I heard it doesn't hold up that well. I'm sure it's a great game, but yeah, Bonanza is on my list because just how unique it is.
Yeah.
Another one of those games where Nintendo just took like an old IP or like, all right, let's make it new and modern by throwing in the 3D setting, and that doesn't only make it like an interesting game. Like I said, the mechanics seem super interesting with like the destruction and everything.
Right. It's definitely really cool to be able to like destroy just about everything you see in the environment. Especially if you play like 2-player, because if you play as Pauline, you can just like shoot like words out like a comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're punching and the other person's like doing that, you can barely
destroy it all.
Exactly. You can barely see anything on the screen. You just hear like Donkey Kong making monkey noises, and then Pauline just going, yeah, get him. It's hilarious. Mayhem. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what they built it to be. Mm-hmm. And I've never played Odyssey, so I think maybe that's something we can do this year.
Hey,
where it's like
maybe an episode idea. You play Odyssey, I play Bonanza.
Yeah,
or at least a good topic to talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
Because same developers, completely different games, honestly.
Right.
Even though they're 3D platformers.
Yeah, because there's like this. It's similar to how in Mario Odyssey where you can get like all the moons, and there's like so many moons.
Oh my god, Odyssey! There's 999 moons you can get.
Right. Do the moons like do anything for upgrades in that game, or is it just collecting the moons?
It's been a while since I've played. I don't think it's upgraded. It's just more so to like progress the story and then like the satisfaction of like a collect-a-thon.
Well, I'd say for Bonanza, they give you even more of a reason to collect it because there's the Bonandium gems that you can collect in here, which is similar to collecting moons.
Yeah. But
it's like every 5 Bonandium gems that you get an experience point, and then that can you can use that to upgrade like certain abilities that Donkey Kong has. And it's not like a situation where it's like, oh, you don't need to collect them all to get every single upgrade. No, you have to collect you do have to collect like all of them to get all the upgrades.
Yeah.
And there's 777, I believe.
Still a lot.
But not as much as
Odyssey.
Not as much as Odyssey.
Like I said, same developers, same genre, like 3D platformer, completely different styles. Because like, yeah, Mario Odyssey, the moons were just mainly to progress the story, but the satisfaction I got from Odyssey was like mastering the movement tech.
Right.
Because you can pull off some crazy stunts in like Mario games, and that's where I got the satisfaction. Where Bonanza, like you said, the moons act more as like, or sorry, bananas act more like your progression, which I think is cool because there's not really like in-game progression. In Odyssey, but it's still a great game. Both great games.
Yeah, and I feel like because they're giving you more of an incentive to find those Bonandium gems.
Yeah.
It makes it even more satisfying to like when you like accidentally find one, just like punching through the guy. You're like, I could do that, and you have to like punch it 3 times, and it's just when you hit that with the controls, it feels so satisfying.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey. I mean, I didn't play it, but I from what you're saying, it already sounds like they're building off what Mario Odyssey did, where it's like just mindlessly explore. It's like, hey, you see that bit, and there's a world where it's just all like prehistoric stuff, and there's like a big Triceratops on the mountain, like a skull.
Yeah.
It's like, what happens if I go up there and throw my hat on its horn? Boom, a moon. It's like just doing random things is also the satisfaction in Odyssey, which I think translates over to Bonanza. Just having creative ways to do the moons. But I think I like that, and I want to play it for that reason. It's like the Bonanza gems are not only like your progression, but also like satisfy that collect-a-thon itch too. You get the best of both worlds.
Right.
Not as much as Odyssey. Still a lot.
Yeah.
777 is no easy feat. I can imagine for your casual.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool.
I think the more that you're talking about it, I can confidently say that if you loved Odyssey, you'll love this game too.
I'm sure I will. I played the demo. It's fun.
It's very, very similar. It's a very fun game to play. I'd say like my one gripe with it was that they had voice acting in the game, but it's like it's only for Pauline, and like I don't know what I can equate it to, but it's like everyone else has voice acting, but it's all just like and then it's just like text, and that kind of annoyed me. Where it's like if you're gonna have these people like voice act, then I feel like you should have them like actually say the words, because that's now what I mean. Nintendo's has been doing this for years and years, but I would really love to see more voice acting in all these IPs that they're doing. Like that's another way that they can help with the reinvention of all these IPs. Like, could you imagine?
Like Breath of the Wild did it pretty good because like phenomenal voice acting from all the characters, and like I mean, a little bit different because Link doesn't talk, but that makes sense because it's an RPG. A lot of the main characters don't talk because you're supposed to role play it on what they're supposed to sound like. But yeah, like there's so many IPs that they could get voice acting in to just like breathe more life into some of their games. Right.
Pokemon especially. That is a whole separate
Nintendo. It is the big 2020s. Like, get voice acting in Pokemon.
Do you know how much better Scarlet and Violet would be if you just put voice acting in the game? I mean, it wouldn't make it incredible, but
Legends ZA has this big problem where it's like there's sound effects. Like, it's Pokemon, you're just reading text, but like there's movements that these characters do where you can like hear their movement. They'll like flail their arms and you can hear their clothes rustle, but it's like it's so jarring, like hearing sound and then no one talking.
Right.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, I would say like, I mean, I've only played a couple of like new games from this year, like, but I would say like it was deserving of at least of its nomination for Game of the Year. I would say.
Yeah.
Pretty fun game.
Huge, big ratings from that game I saw. All right. Once again, I jumped the gun, but coming in at my number 3, I have Stray.
Okay.
Game I didn't get to until this year. Had a blast playing it. The story is it's interesting. It's not amazing. Had a lot of fun playing it. Very short, sweet game. A little sad at the end. Very hard getting through as a cat person because, anything that happens to that poor cat just hurts sometimes.
I'm marching to the studio right now and be like, what is wrong with you?
Very interesting, though. You don't have a lot of games where you just control a cat, as far as I know. But I liked the themes that the game portrayed. I liked the setting of it being like dystopian, cyberpunk-y. I'm a big cyberpunk fan after the cyberpunk games. I know it's weird not having much to talk about since it's in my number 3, but I enjoyed that one a lot. Another easy game that I was like, all right, well, I've played it before and never finished. Like, let's just check this off my list.
Excellent. I love that. I'm gonna put Breath of the Wild at my number 3.
Good choice.
Yeah, I would say that one's a little bit better than Donkey Kong Bonanza because like Bonanza is just like a hell of a lot of fun. While Legend of Zelda is also a lot of fun in its own right, but also just I love the atmosphere a lot more. I love the soundtrack. I love like a good amount of the characters that you see in there. I love the story of the game. It's just like there's so much more going for Breath of the Wild that I just really adored. So I would say that Breath of the Wild is my number 3.
Yeah. It's an experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not just it's a story, but like it's a game you got to experience to understand.
Right.
Which I'm so glad you finally got to this year.
Oh, me too. It was a hell of a lot of fun. And that's not to say that like Bonanza's story was bad, of course. Like Bonanza just had a pretty decent story, but like their focus was much more on like how the gameplay was fun and satisfying for people than it was for the story. It was more like it was decent, but I'd say nothing to like write home about.
Yeah.
What is your number 3? Sorry, number 2.
Number 2. I want to combine 2 games because I can't decide between the 2.
All right.
But they very well ate up a lot of my time, especially my friends might see this coming. I know I kind of dunked on multiplayer games, kind of giving them up in 2025 to focus on beating more games, but these 2 games reignited my love for multiplayer games and the experiences you only get in them. I'm sure you know where I'm going with at least one of these. I want to give a big shout out to Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders.
Yep.
My God, Arc Raiders has had me in such a grip. I cannot put that game down months after. Both fantastic games, pure multiplayer mayhem. Battlefield has been a long-running franchise that I've played since I was a kid. I've always liked it more than COD, but this game finally brought back like pure Battlefield because the last few have been struggling.
Yeah.
Retaining people or getting people interested, and it just kind of reminded me of like the good old days of COD lobbies where you just join smack talk people, play with random people you never knew. That's the whole point of online gaming. It's like, your experience is different from each game, and it's like that was super fun to finally play a good Battlefield game again. But the main one I want to talk about is Arc Raiders. This game came out of nowhere for me, and I think a lot of people, it's an extraction shooter, but it's like more streamlined. I've been trying to get you to play this game ever since it came out. It is so fun, like the interactions you get with people with like the prox chat. It's just like the funniest and most unique experiences have come from that game this year for me. And it's like it also kind of made me rethink like my backlog as well. It's like, yeah, I can play all these single player games, and it's nice to tick them off my list, and it's fun to play them and get to talk about them like this with you or anyone else. But you don't get those experiences in multiplayer games too. You get to share those experiences with other people you play. You get to have different interactions every time. I cannot say enough praise for Arc Raiders, and I'm sure the hundreds of thousands of other people on every platform also say the same thing. But like, that game came out of nowhere and slapped me in the face. Like, damn, like, I forgot how fun multiplayer games can be. It's like, it's okay to throw them in every once in a while. It's like, as long as it feels to me like they're prioritizing like the fun of players over like what live service games are known for, which is like, you know, like you talked about, like the FOMO. It's like, don't miss out on these limited time events, buy these skins, play these events, make sure to finish the battle pass.
I can't with battle passes anymore unless it's like
getting too much. Yeah,
unless it's like something that I'm like super into like if my man Dom Toretto ever gets into Fortnite, I'm buying him. I will buy that battle pass because that's such a funny meme to play as Vin Diesel in Fortnite that I would just grab. It would be the Peter Griffin experience for me all over again.
Yeah, Fortnite is a different story. That's just
so
like
different.
A platform, but yeah, like great game.
I do want to play it. It does seem like I had fun watching you guys like play around with it and like being able to have like those unique experiences with like players, and like you can team up with other people that aren't
to fight the Arc, or it's like what you said with It Takes Two, kind of like a stepping stone, like in the sense that it's like two ways. Like, it's an extraction shooter, and like those are known for like being really hardcore and frustrating because it's like if you die you lose everything. Like, you know, I think of Tarkov. But this one is like so streamlined. It's so easy to pick up and put down. It's like, you know, who cares if you lose your stuff because it's easy to get stuff back. But also in the sense that it's like you said, it's like there's a lot of people you meet that are friendly, and you can team up and have these crazy fights against the Arc, which are the AI enemies. Or you never know, they could just turn on you, stab you in the back, and you immediately like devolves into just smack talk until like you kill each other, or like they kill you, and it's just like such a fun experience. Always gets the blood pumping and the tensions rising, but like you don't feel as pissed off when you lose all your stuff. You're like, oh, I can't wait to go back in, get all my gear, loot up again, and like just go at it again. Right. It just has such an addicting loop to it that's so hard to put down. It's like, even if you're not a multiplayer game, it's like I feel like you could still have fun with it.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to give that a try. I mean, like, if I was able to have an honorable mention on my list, I would probably say Marvel Rivals, to be honest. Like, that would probably be my multiplayer game of the year, because like I was so done with Overwatch. I was like, this game is dog shit. The publisher is dog shit. Like, they treat their employees like terribly.
They kind of dropped the ball going from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2.
Right. But I feel like, I mean, it's going to happen with any hero shooter where you're going to have like those toxic players. But like, aside from that, like, it's so fun to be able to play these characters that I already like know about, and to see them like have like pretty much any character that you play in that game is like so satisfying, and it's like the moves that they do are like so cool to watch. The designs are impeccable, like some of the best designs I've seen for Marvel characters in any video game adaptation.
Yeah, that game blew up for good reason too, and I unfortunately hasn't hooked me like Overwatch did when it first came out, but like I can respect what it did and does.
Right. Yeah, I think they're doing a really good job with it, and I hope that they continue to do so for this next year. But I would probably say that's my multiplayer game of the year.
Fair enough. Yeah. Your number two?
My number two is It Takes Two. I mean,
suiting.
Absolutely suiting. Yeah. Again, just like really fun game to play with someone that's never like played a video game before. Like, it really like, if you do it with the right person, I think it really helps like build up communication, and like it really requires you to work on your teamwork skills, and I feel like it does an incredible job in doing so. Mm-hmm. I love the style of it. I love the creative gameplay and all the powers that you can get. And it's just like so like it's like so hilariously like playful. The characters are charming. Like, I mean, I will say like Hazelight is not the greatest at their character writing, but I think like towards the end of that game, I was liking the characters more than the beginning. And you know what? I think that was, I mean, obviously that's intentional because these two characters hate each other.
Divorce, yeah.
Right, they're going through a divorce, and you're going to see it. They're much more bitter side of them. So you're like, God, these guys suck. But once you get, but once you get like towards like the halfway point, it's like, you know what? I chill with them. I'm down for it. Yeah, highly recommend It Takes Two. Well deserving of Game of the Year. But now we're at your number one.
Drum roll, please. I mean, you already know what my number one's going to be. I talked about it extensively already, but Astrobot.
Astrobot's the GOAT.
Like you said, it's like there's no way I can't see why this didn't win Game of the Year for 2024, and I'm so happy I got to finally beat it this year. I know I was a little late to it. I wish I played it. It's always, don't you hate that feeling? It's like when you get to a game, that one game of the year, like years later, you're like, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
From when it was big, but I mean, like, it wasn't too far late. You know, I played it just a couple months after it came out.
Right.
Just a game that helped me kind of reignite my love for like single player games and just remind me that like games are meant to be fun, just not meant to be like a chore. Like a lot of live service games I played. I mean, like side tangent, like Destiny. I was huge into Destiny, but like I loved that IP, like with Destiny 1 going into Destiny 2, but it's like toward the end of it, it's like, this is not a game. This is just a chore checklist job for me. It's like games are meant to be fun. Like I want to have fun. It's a hobby. I want to play something when I get home from work. Well, at the time when I was playing home from school, and just relax, chill, and have a good time. We already talked about how I hope it awakens PlayStation to realize like you can still make these smaller games like that are just focused on gameplay and fun and not these huge narrative driven games. And you'll still be successful because there's definitely an audience out there for them. Like I said, one game of the year.
I feel like when companies introduce a new console, they'll have like a few, like maybe like 3 games tops where it's like, this really helps show like how diverse our thing is. Like,
and PlayStation 5 had none of those.
Right.
This definitely feels like the game where it's like, this is this console's generation's game.
Right. This is now like Astrobot is now the mascot for PlayStation.
Which I feel like they've been missing that
we've been
identity
waiting
for a while.
For something like that, yeah.
It's like we were already talking about. It's like what happened to Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, not just PlayStation, but Banjo-Kazooie, Spyro, Crash.
Yeah. Like, there's only so many games that really take up the full potential of what the new console... Like, if you're going to show a new way to play games, like, I expect that to be throughout, like, a good portion of the lifespan of whatever the console is. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm so happy that it's something like Astrobot where they really take the full potential of what the PlayStation 5 is, and like that's its identity.
Yeah.
And you can really do it. Just really shows like how much you can do with that controller.
I was just about to bring that up. Like, Astrobot is probably the best example of why the DualSense controller is like my favorite controller that I feel like no game takes advantage of.
Right.
The haptic feedback, the triggers, the sounds that come through, like the speaker. It's like it adds to the experience, which I feel like a lot of consoles kind of like lost. Like yeah, I remember like thinking back to like when new consoles would come out, like the Wii 360, PS3,
yeah,
even Xbox One and PS4. It's like not only were you getting a new console, but you were getting a new controller to go alongside it. I mean, PlayStation's different because they had the same controller since the PS1 to PS3.
Right.
I don't know what they were thinking with that. But the DualSense is a sick controller that no game takes advantage of.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many cool features that make you so immersed in the game that no game utilizes. Right. Except like Astrobot probably does it the best. And it's like there's some games I can think of, like when I played Horizon, it's like the triggers being like having tension when you like pull the bow back. It's like,
oh, it's awesome.
Those small little details, you don't think about it like on paper, but when you're playing, you're like, that's sick. It's like it's just a controller that I'm not even looking at, but like it adds to the immersion of the game.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, that's my number one. Great game. Please play it if you haven't played it. Fantastic game that just utilizes the hardware of the PS5. Maybe not graphically, but like the controller at least. And it's like if you're just kind of wanting to reminisce of not only PlayStation's whole history of their IP, but also just like what PlayStation was built on with like these platforming games and like introducing all these cool mascots and having unique concepts and game mechanics and games that rivaled Nintendo back in the day. It's like Astrobot is that game.
Yeah, and the fact that they are still updating it and adding new levels to it.
I think they finished, but
Did
they
they
did for a
finish?
while, like up until I want to say the summer is when I got back into it. They added just like the final levels, and I still have yet to beat that last level. It is actually pretty hard.
Yeah, well, they'd been adding levels to that game for like a solid year, and I didn't think it was gonna have that long of an active lifespan. So that shocked me in like the best way possible.
Yeah, it shows that they also took notice to like how popular it was and how it can be successful to support those games.
Right.
What is your number one, sir?
Oh, you already know what it is.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do.
But
It is.
I gotta say, what's your number one?
It is this year's game of the year. It is Expedition 33.
Fantastic game.
What an incredible game!
Lay it on us.
See. I have to do spoiler free because you haven't finished it yet. I implore you to finish this game because oh my god,
I loved it, and you know, if I did play and beat it this year, I'm sure it'd also be on my number one. But I think I just kind of got burnt out to the point because I heard so many people talk about it, and I'm not saying that in a negative way, but it's like I'm just kind of weird where it's like if so many people are talking about this game, playing this game, showing this game, telling me to play this game, it's like I kind of don't want to play it at that point.
yeah,
It's like I think what I'm gonna do moving forward is give it like a year and just like have all the hype die down, and then just go into it with no outside opinions.
Yeah.
I got past the first two acts.
I think you're just on the tail of Act 1. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. But anyways, I got through a decent chunk of the beginning. I was like, I love this game, and I'm not a huge like JRPG person outside Pokemon. It's like you could take it away and praise this game to the sun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I think I'm just gonna give it some time and wait till I play it and just go
totally
with like a
valid.
fresh perspective with no like outside hype.
That's
talking
totally
it up.
valid. Because one of our very good friends showed this game to me, and
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
I've never played a game before where you have like a set party like those classic JRPGs.
Yeah, you
And-
only have like there's only like max of like 6 people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like only it helps you definitely focus on like building your party up, which like unlike Pokemon, it's like there's hundreds you could choose from, which is fun in its own right. But yeah,
Right. And the fact that, I mean, I know that they were backed by Microsoft, and there's that question of like if they're truly an indie, if it's truly an indie game or not. But I would say it's still impressive that the fact that they were able to build such a beautiful looking game in a well
the world is gorgeous.
designed. Yeah, the world is gorgeous, and it's only a team of 30 people.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a small team.
yeah, it's like, I mean, it's no Team Cherry where it's only 3 people. Like
Yeah.
that's an accomplishment of its own. But like, it's also not something where it's like Blizzard where they have like 200 plus employees working on Overwatch or something like that.
Yeah, and they still can't pump out Game of the Year
No,
material.
they cannot. So, just like I love like the writing, the voice acting, the soundtrack is on a whole nother level, and just to hear like the story of like how this game came to be, I think just makes it that much more interesting. Where it was just like, I think it was, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but like this all started on like Reddit, where like the director was like, hey, I'm fresh off of Ubisoft, I'm looking to make my own game. If anyone wants to help me, that's great. And then like the guy who did the original soundtrack,
Just off SoundCloud.
yeah, he was off SoundCloud of all places. I was like, this is ridiculous. Just what an incredible, like what an incredibly in-depth story to talk about like grief and loss and how
It hits
and how-
you right in like the first hour.
yeah, and like how different people different people like deal with that.
Yeah.
It's so I don't know. And just the way that like the combat works, like I mean, everybody says like even if you don't like turn-based even if you don't like turn-based games, you would like this one because like when
It's very interactive.
right, when the enemies
hands-on.
when the enemies attack you, you can like dodge, you can parry, you can jump.
It's not like just an action you do. It's like you gotta time it. So it's like you're engaging more with the combat than just like press fight, press attack, press this attack.
Right,
like Pokemon.
exactly.
Another thing I kind of want to add on to that is I think that game also helped. Not that this hasn't been on people's minds for years and years, but it also just kind of shows it's like people who play games, like, you don't need AAA games to be holding this medium, like, in the sense that, like, you know, this team of ex Ubisoft developers that just like formed out of nowhere, like, won the most game award.
The most awards that any game has won at the Game Awards.
Yeah, it just shows people that it's like, you can make games and be successful. Like, we don't need to rely on AAA studios to be making these games, and I think a lot of AAA studios have kind of like lost like what games are supposed to be. Like,
Right.
like Claire Expedition was just like beautifully written, beautiful soundtrack, beautiful story, beautiful worlds, visuals. Like, AAA studios aren't the only ones that can do this stuff. Like, these people, for the majority, didn't, like, they were talking about how they don't even know how to like develop games. They were learning as they go.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess the point I'm trying to get across is like, there's so many experiences out there people could play. I hope this game showed and opened a lot of people's eyes that it's like, I don't have to play the newest Call of Duty, the newest FIFA, Madden, any sports game, live service game. Like, I could play this game from these random developers that no one's ever heard of, that just made this new studio, put out their first game, and it went on to win Game of the Year.
Yeah, this was like the best year for
2025 was another amazing year for games.
Yeah, especially for indie games. Like,
Yes.
like I think half of the nominees were indie, or more than that. I think.
It had to be. It's definitely, the tides have been turning more toward indie games than like AAA.
Right, which makes sense because AAA has just been a lot more corporate than it ever should have.
Yeah, they don't take like a lot of risks in game development anymore. They're like, well, we're gonna sink this much money into a game. We got to make sure it makes a return. And it's like, I get that, but like, kind of like with my number one Astrobot, it's like, you can actually throw these smaller budgets and smaller studios to make these games and actually still be successful.
Yeah, I wish I remember the quote, but I remember last year at the Game Awards, the director of Larian, who made Baldur's Gate 3, had like a really good quote where it's like, you can really tell when a studio loves their game.
Yeah.
And I think games like Astrobot, Expedition 33, Hades 2, like all the nominees from this past year, like, I think they really have helped showcase that those, like, that's what sets them apart. Is like, you can tell it's a fun game, and you can tell that they had fun making it.
Yeah. Another quote I want to throw on top of that one is from Helldivers director, where he said, "A game for everyone is a game for no one." Like, to go in with that point, it's like with the AAA studios, it's like they're too focused on, in my opinion, making this game that's just gonna get them the absolute return and appease everyone, and then you just get a more shallow experience from it. It's like, if a game knows what direction it wants to take and what it wants to be, like, and they're confident in that vision, like, it's gonna be more successful in the long run, at least from what I've seen and what I believe.
Right. Absolutely. But now we're towards the end of the show, and we'd like to talk about some of our goals for 2026, right?
Yes. Okay. All right.
Was there
No.
something else?
Okay. Yeah. But after this, let's not cut it.
Okay.
There's one more thing I want to bring up.
Cool.
But yes, we can.
Oh,
jump
is it
into
the secret
It's
thing?
the secret topic.
Oh, yes.
Secret topic.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Very small secret topic. We can either start with the secret topic now, or actually, let's do it now because it still retains to 2025.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Secret topic coming from me, and I think I kind of want to throw this into every episode, so maybe you can do next episode's secret topic.
I would love to.
Just to add some interestingness, so we're going off the cusp here, doing it on the fly. My secret topic and my question for you that I want to talk about is, what was your biggest gaming disappointment of 2025?
Oh,
If you don't know right now, I can start off.
why don't you start off and let
Okay.
me again?
It doesn't have to be like a game that you're disappointed in, but like, what was like it could be like the video games as a whole, the
and again, we're just talking about stuff that happened this year, just games that we've played.
just biggest gaming disappointment of 2025. Like,
Okay, got it.
for example, it could be like, oh, like all these employees got laid off due to AI.
I mean,
But
that is a huge one. Where I mean, uh, again, we keep saying that like this is stuff for another episode because there's such big topics. But like,
just an example
yeah.
I threw out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, AI is really taking a toll on the gaming community as a whole. Where it's
the
like
gaming industry.
because Nvidia is investing so much in AI that they're skyrocketing RAM prices. Like,
And
what was the last
GPU
one I saw? It was
prices.
like, yeah, it was like, what was it? They raised it to like what, $5,000?
Yeah, they're predicting that the 5090, which is like their top car right now, is going from like $2,000 to $5,000. So like stuff like that. It doesn't have to be game specific, like video game specific. It'll be things in the gaming industry. But yeah, you can think on that. I'll start with mine.
Sure.
My biggest gaming disappointment this year, and hopefully I don't get a lot of flack for this, but Metroid Prime 4.
Oh,
What a
yes.
huge! I don't want to. I know you were
please
also
tell me
looking
this.
forward to this game, so I don't want to like shoot it down. But like, God, I was really disappointed in Metroid Prime 4.
Because you said it was just the fact that because it was hyped up to be
Well, like
change to formula, right?
Well, we were talking about like how all these Nintendo IPs were getting this like huge like transformative like process, like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Forgotten Lands. Like Metroid Prime 4, it's a beautiful game. It runs nice. It looks good. It just feels like the past 3 Metroid Prime games. Like like some of the new abilities and mechanics are fun, but it's just like, how can a game that created the genre, it's in its name, Metroid. How could the game that created the genre, Metroidvania, be like in the shadows of all these other games that are doing it better, like Hollow Knight, Silk Song, what are some Dead Cells, like all these other Metroidvania games that are just doing it better. It's like it was not a huge leap forward for the series that I was hoping for, and we were super excited for it going into the Switch 2. And it's like I picked it up, I played it for a few hours. I was like, I've been playing the same game since I was like 10 on the GameCube with Metroid Prime 1. Like it's just kind of baffling to me and a little upsetting that the game that literally created the genre Metroidvania has yet to like actually revolutionize its own IP.
I totally get that, and I think, yeah, if you are someone that's looking for a whole like revamp, then yeah, I would be disappointed too.
And I'm not trying to say it's a bad game. It was it was fun in it, but it's like you played Metroid Prime 1 this year, right?
I did, and I had a good time with it.
Yeah, but it's like if you play Metroid Prime 1 remaster on Switch, it's not going to look or feel any different than Metroid Prime 4.
Right.
It's just you're just going to feel like you're in the same game, just in a different setting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Granted, I didn't beat it. I will get to it eventually because I've always liked the Metroid Prime games. But like Metroid Dread was better in terms of like pushing the series forward, and even then that was kind of like a safe game that they made where it's just like your traditional 2D Metroidvania game. It's
Right.
like, but that game, I think with its like themes and like elements, like the mechanics of the robots chasing you, the I forget their names, I think they're called like Emmys, Emmys. Like it added like this horror element, or it's like you caught by one of those things, you have like a slim chance to escape, or they'll just instant kill you.
Yeah.
So I liked how they put on that like horror twist. It's like if you're ever in a room with these things, it's like you're stuck in there unless you escape them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that was my biggest disappointment of 2025, and it literally just came out at the end of 2025.
Damn.
December 4th.
Yeah.
I think
I think that'll be a game that I hit up at some point, but I feel like I want to play the second and third one first before I ever even get to that.
Prime 2 and Prime 3 are great, but
yeah,
same thing. It's just kind of like you played one, you kind of played them all, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I'm not the biggest Metroid Prime fan, so I hope I don't offend anyone by saying that.
All right, I think I got a good one.
All right.
This is a game that I also have not completed yet. Still in the midst of it. I don't think Split Fiction is as great as people say it is.
No, not Game of the Year material.
No. I thought originally that it was going to get Game of the Year just because
it was nominated, right?
It was nominated for a award, but it wasn't nominated
right.
for.
We talked about this already.
Game of the Year. Like, I don't know if it's a fact that my girlfriend and I had come from It Takes Two to Split Fiction, not like right away, but just like as games that her and I are playing. That was just the next one. We did It Takes Two, and then like we delved like a bit into Lego Star Wars, and then we went into this. So I don't know if there's still like some fatigue from that or not. But I don't know. I just like the characters a whole lot less in this one.
Yeah.
Just again, I don't think character writing is their strong suit. If this game was made like directly for kids, I would say that how they act is completely fine. But they're like swearing, and they're swearing, and it's made to be like for like teens or adults, from
Yeah,
what
like
I can
family
understand.
friendly type game.
Right. But like the aesthetic of what it is, it's like, I mean, it's a gorgeous game, but like I don't know, it feels like the game is like talking down to you, because like the whole story is like these two writers that are going into this facility to like get published, but it ends up being like this guy's like trying to steal their ideas, and like the two characters are so like one writes sci-fi and the other one writes fantasy. And they're so against each other's like genres. They're just like, they're talking like children, like these like grown adults, and they're like, I don't know how you like fantasy, it's so dumb, and the other one's like, I don't know how you like sci-fi, it's so violent, and it's just like the way that the voice acting is done, it's like it's so cringy and like feels mailed in. And again, it's like it's talking down to you like you're a child. It's like, you can have differing opinions, and if you try out something else, like maybe you'll like it, you don't know. I don't know. I think the gameplay is like fun to a certain degree, but I don't think it's as revolutionary as It Takes Two was, where it's like you have a lot more chances in that game to have new powers and stuff than you do in this one.
Yeah.
Where like you have like little side stories that you do, which like I find the side stories more fun sometimes than the actual like world that you're going through. But I don't think that the powers that they give you in this game are nearly as creative as It Takes Two. So
Maybe it's something kind of like I said with Claire Scary, just kind of wait, let the hype die down, let It Takes Two kind of go to the back burner, and then go in it with a new perspective. But yeah, I mean, I can see how that could be off-putting.
Yeah.
Coming from It Takes Two, where I feel like that definitely deals with a more serious story at its heart.
Right, exactly. And I mean, it's cool that you're going through all these worlds. Again, the scenery is incredible and stuff, but I just wish that you had more chances to do like different powers and stuff like that. And I just wish the characters weren't so goddamn annoying.
Right.
But I would say that's that would be my dickest opinion of 2021.
We're gonna have to blurt that out. All right. I guess let's start wrapping this up because we've been going for a bit. 2026 onward. What do you got for goals, aspirations, resolutions, gaming wise?
I would say, because I feel like I've focused so much on getting through my backlog and playing single player games. I feel like I've missed more chances than I'd like to play like multiplayers with like you guys in our friend group. So I'd really like to try and have a little bit more of a focus on playing some multiplayer games. Just I hope that there's some new ones this year that'll catch more of my eye, because aside from Rivals, there wasn't really anything that I was super interested in.
Yeah.
But I would definitely love to play some more multiplayer games with the boys.
Graders.
That's right. I could do that. I could absolutely do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off that because I completely agree with what you just said, but I think I got to that point a little quicker before going into 2026. It's like, yeah, mine is also like I kind of fell off on my backlog toward the end of the year, but I think that's also fine. Just like realizing it's like you don't have to check off every single game on your backlog. Like you can actually like mix it up with session games or replays or multiplayer games. Like just finding a better balance of like committing to a story game, and then like maybe if I'm getting fatigued of story games or single player games, like mix it up with some multiplayer games. I think that's a better balance than just doing one or the other. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think another one that I have, I'd say I have three. So that was my first one. My second one is, I was like pretty intentional with my gaming this year. I'd like to be even more so for this coming year, because like I feel like for a majority of 2025, like I knew what games I wanted to play, like to the point I was like, all right, I'm gonna play this game, then I'm gonna play this game, and I was like, I was feeling pretty confident up until like the last couple months. I was like, oh man, what do I play? And then I kind of lost momentum, and now I
Yeah.
have like six games that I've started and never finished. I'm like, oh crap! So it's like kind of reminding myself to take time to think about what I really want to play, and also like if I have all these games that I've started to play, it doesn't mean I have to finish them right now.
Yeah, more intentional about it. Yeah, I get that. It's definitely been hard getting that ball rolling for me, momentum wise, because it's like I've had that same issue. It's like I've been having a blast with these multiplayer games, but like I'm about ready to get back on track with my backlog, and just getting to find out what game I want to play has been the hardest part. I'm just like poking around a couple minutes here and there.
Right.
I think the game I'm going to be focusing on this first month is Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
Yeah, I remember you were really excited for that when it got announced.
I didn't pick it up on launch. I played the first one, Age of Calamity, sorry. Super fun game till the end, and then you realize like the ending is not actually canon. It's just like an alternate timeline of Breath of the Wild. Like, who cares about spoilers at this point, because both of those games
I'm
are
never
sold.
going to play that game. So
But yeah, basically, like, you know how Breath of the Wild goes. It's like everyone dies.
Yeah.
And then like you're resurrected. The way Age of Calamity goes is like you still have that huge fight with all like it's sick. You have this huge fight with all the divine beasts and against Ganon, and you win.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of expecting Age of Calamity to be like, all right, this is gonna be like a good setup to the story of like Breath of the Wild. It's like I'm going into that final battle. It's like I'm waiting for all of you to die. Not in a cynical way, but it's like this is gonna be one crazy fight because I know what happens in Breath of the Wild, and that didn't happen. It kind of threw me for a loop. But Age of Imprisonment is actually like a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom, which I haven't finished, which is also on my list next once I beat Age of Imprisonment. And hopefully there's not a lot of spoilers in there. But I think it would actually be kind of fun to play it in a different perspective this time. Play the prequel to the not sequel, but like play the prologue of the story of Tears of the Kingdom going into Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
So I'm playing that. I don't have as many goals gaming wise compared to you this year. Apparently, brand new year, brand new hunter.
Of course, it is every year. I feel like I think more in general, I've taken resolutions more seriously because most people are like, I'm gonna do it, and then it's like a week after the new year. You're like,
have you ever been to a
failure.
gym? Have you ever been to a gym January? It's packed the first week, and then you go back the next week, it's empty.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I get it.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people.
So I think, especially with gaming, I feel like this past year I took it a lot more seriously and not really held to myself as high a standard where it's like you can like I had like I don't know like 5 resolutions. Like if I can do 3 of them, I'll be happy. You know.
Hey, even doing one's good.
Right. Absolutely.
People got to give themselves credit for any win.
Yeah. I think the game that I would really love to start with is Elden Ring.
That's a good commitment because that game takes so much dedication.
Yeah, I have
patience.
I have a handful of games that I know are going to take a really long time. So I was like, I might as well like start the year out with a bang and get like one of the like arguably my longest game that I own like out of the way. Yeah, I'm very excited to play that. Like, I've only played a couple From Software games. Like Bloodborne is in my top 5 games of all time. I absolutely love that game. And I played Dark Souls 3. That one I wasn't as much of a fan of. I like.
Yeah, I've heard from big Dark Souls fans that 3's okay and 2 is the weakest.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I didn't mind 3. I just love Bloodborne's quicker gameplay as opposed to Dark Souls, where it's a lot slower.
You'll definitely like Elden Ring then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing, where it's like it plays similar to Bloodborne, where it's like pretty like
it's much more open ended of how you can like tackle things, and I think that's why I got into it compared to like Dark Souls. It's like a little more accessible.
Yeah, and I had played Night Rain too when it came out.
How was that?
So I played it with one of our buddies. It's actually really fun. I mean, it's just like mixing Elden Ring with Fortnite in a sense, but it's not like there's no like battle pass. Thankfully, it's just like you go into it's.
It's like a roguelike.
Yeah,
right?
It's like a roguelike where you go into like this big field and you have to like stay out of the storm, and like by the end of the storm you have to fight this boss, and then you do it again, and then the last one is like this really hard boss that all 3 of you have to fight.
You're not competing against other players, are you?
No, you're not.
Okay.
No, it's just you 3. It's more of like you're going around the map trying to prep as much as possible for like
the final boss
of the
Yeah.
of the area.
That game intrigued me for sure, but once again, I'm just not great at FromSoft games.
I know.
It's a get good game.
Yeah.
I'm not good at them.
They're so hard. They're so hard.
That's a good one. There's some good gaming resolutions.
Yeah.
I wish I had a few more, but I'm fine with what I have.
I mean, we always have our like default resolution is which is to shrink the backlog, you know?
That will never happen. We can't make that happen because then our name wouldn't make any sense.
No, I didn't say complete it. I said shrink it.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, on that note, I guess that's a good way to end the show and the episode.
Yeah, this was fun. I'm excited to do more of these.
Yeah, for sure. I'm super excited. Thank you for doing this with me and being a part of this. Not to extend the show anymore, but I've definitely been wanting to look for like a more creative outlet to do stuff. And I feel like I've kind of lost that passion to do more creative work. So I'm very excited to do this with you. Hopefully we can get episodes out on like a monthly basis and see where this goes. I mean, we're new to podcasts. So this is going to be a learning experience for both of us. We're learning right now as we're watching the recording software do its thing and figure out how it works. But yeah, super pumped to do this with you. Like I said, I really enjoy having these conversations with you. I feel like we could just literally sit here and have this thing record for hours and still go and have plenty to talk about. But yeah, I think we'll end it there. Any closing words, Hunter?
Yeah. Like he said, we are new to podcasting. Don't be mean to us or I'll cry and it'll be your fault.
Yeah, I don't want to have to console Hunter.
He's
a loud crier.
Yeah. I am the loudest, ugliest crier on this side of the Mississippi.
Well, anyways, thank you all for tuning in to our first episode, and this is Forever Backlogged. Signing off.
See you later.
Bye.